All right, if you live in Lancaster or Palmdale, you definitely know the feeling. You see the flashing lights, the arms come down, and then you hear that long rumble of a train just slicing across your commute. It's a daily thing, right? But have you ever stopped and wondered what's really going on with that train? Okay, let's get into it. It's the first question that pops into everyone's head, isn't it? How long am I going to be stuck here? And where is this thing even going? Well, in this explainer, we're going to answer exactly that. We're breaking down the what, the where, and the why of the trains that are such a huge part of life in the AV. Okay, first things first, let's talk about time. Now, it might seem simple, but how you measure your weight at the crossing completely changes the answer to that big question, how long? So, to be super clear, we're going to focus on something called the visible pass time. Now, this isn't the total time the gates are down. Nope. It's the exact time from when you first see the engine enter the intersection to the very moment that last car is completely gone. It's the best way to measure just the train itself, not all the warning signals around it. And you know, this distinction is huge. See, the total gate down time includes all that extra stuff. The lights flashing before the train even gets there, and the time it takes for the arms to go back up after it's long gone. That can easily add a whole minute, maybe more, to your wait. But the visible pass time, that zeroes in on the train and only the train. And as you're about to see, that makes all the difference. And wow, just look at the difference here. A sleek Metrolink commuter train, whoosh, it zips by in about 11 seconds. It's gone before you know it. But a massive Union Pacific freight train, yeah, you could be sitting there watching it roll by for 60 to 90 seconds, sometimes even longer. It's the perfect example that not all trains are the same, not even close. So why the huge variation with the freight trains? It's actually pretty simple. Their length changes all the time. One day, it might be hauling a relatively short load, and the next day, it's this absolute mile-long behemoth carrying goods from across the country. That's why you can never quite predict how long you're going to be waiting for one of those. Okay, so who are these two different types of trains? We've got two main players sharing these tracks, and honestly, they are operating in completely different worlds. And this table really lays out the basic conflict. You've got Union Pacific, which is all about moving goods. That means they're slower and their schedule is, well, unpredictable. It's all driven by the demands of shipping and commerce. Then you have Metrolink. Their job is all about moving people. So they have to be fast and they live and die by a super strict commuter schedule. And here's how that actually impacts your day. You're most likely going to see a Metrolink train during those peak commute times, morning and evening rush hour. But a Union Pacific freight train? Man, that's a total wild card. Since it's all tied to the logistics of moving goods across the entire western U.S., it could show up at pretty much any time, day or night. Okay, so we know who they are, and we know how long they take. But what about the where? Where are they actually going? To answer that, we need to kind of zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture. That local Metrolink train you see is on a very specific mission. It's part of the Antelope Valley line, and its job is to connect Lancaster and Palmdale all the way down through Santa Clarita and Burbank with its final stop at the historic Union Station right in the heart of downtown LA. It's the commuter lifeline. The freight train, on the other hand, is on a much, much grander journey. It's traveling along a critical route called the Mojave Subdivision. I mean, think about it. This line connects the massive ports of the LA basin to these huge distribution hubs like Mojave, Barstow, and Bakersfield. And from there, it feeds into a network that spreads across the entire country. And what are they carrying in all those cars? Literally the stuff our economy is built on. You'll see those giant shipping containers from overseas, brand new cars, lumber for building homes, agricultural products from the Central Valley. I mean, you name it, it is probably rolling through the Antelope Valley on one of these trains. So let's bring all of this back home. We've got commuters heading down to LA, and we've got goods crisscrossing the country. What does all that massive movement mean right here, for you, at your local crossing? This is where it all comes together. These tracks cut right across some of the busiest streets in Lancaster and Palmdale. We're talking Avenue I, Avenue K, Avenue Q, Sierra Highway, the spots. These are the exact choke points where this giant national system runs smack into your daily drive. And this right here is the main takeaway. That crossing where you're waiting isn't just some local inconvenience. It's a single point on a massive, absolutely vital transportation artery. It's a corridor that is essential for getting commuters to their jobs and for moving the goods that power the economy of the entire western United States. So the next time you're stopped by those flashing lights, maybe you won't just see a delay. Maybe you'll see a commuter heading home,
or lumber on its way to build a new house, or goods that have come from halfway around the world. Next time you wait, what part of that bigger picture will you see?